Hello and welcome to Aliceland. My name is Alice and I welcome you to another show in Aliceland. How has November been for you? And how about Friday the 13th? I have an experience that I'd like to share with you and probably open your eyes to try the same thing. As you well know, I now go every day for the radiation treatment. When we arrived on Friday around 11 o'clock, the room was full of people. I knew something was going on, but I wasn't sure what was it. In about 5 minutes, a gentleman came, or an assistant came, and told us that the machine was broken, but it is being repaired and all of us are going to be treated later. I was sitting on a chair and listening to the conversation of the two gentlemen beside me, and then the lady and another man. I wasn't really going into the conversation, but just listening. Once the other gentleman was taken in, the lady and I started talking, and she already had 13 treatments behind her. I was telling her that I was new and it was only my third one, and I was wondering about her side effects and how she was feeling. It was such a beautiful conversation and a dialogue in a loving way where we were sharing experience. And once the other lady came, there were 3 of us, and this lady already had 21 treatments. What do I want to tell you? It is so important to share what is going on in your life with the friends or even with a stranger, and learn that there is nothing to fear and nothing to be afraid of. Lots of times our mind creates the worst scenario that could happen, and that brings stress, pain, and suffering. What have I learned from this experience? It is the importance to not stay alone in our pain and suffering, in our story, but be open and not only talk to our friends and family, but also the strangers who are on the same journey. More often than not, you will see that the people are beautiful at heart and are the same being, with only different upbringing and so on. But once you decide that you want to share what is happening, all that ballast that you are carrying on your shoulder, all the pain that you're carrying in your heart, or the story that's created in our mind, it just simply disappears. I was worried that I will have terrible side effects with the skin and going through more and more pain. But now that I've heard from these ladies and their experience, I know that nothing can happen to me. And if it does, we'll deal with it then. It is very important to be living in the here and now. And the more I have not really suffered, but the more my body is now going through these changes, I understand how important to take time for myself, let the mind sink deeper and deeper, and just allow things to happen. And not to come to any conclusion, not to make any stories, just to observe moment by moment, day by day as they go. I know that many of us are going through a lot of anxieties and a lot of stress, not knowing what is happening. There are changes and rules that are changing every day here in Prague. But once again, I don't allow these external changes, which I have no control, to affect my well-being. I must say that in the last 2 months, I have learned once again to take time, think deeper, and just abide in the awareness that we are. I invite you to take a big leap and try to do that every day. When you wake up, take 2-3 minutes before you get out of bed and just say how grateful you are for the good night's sleep, how grateful you are for the warmth in your bed, how grateful you are for that you woke up, and how grateful you are that you have a day ahead of you that can change your life. Living in Aliceland is being the light, and remember that you are the light. Remember you are the miracle. So be it, live it, and believe it. From my heart to your heart, I'll see you next week.